Welcome, everyone, to We Are Not Alone with Queen City News Plus. I'm Maycay Beeler, Chief Transportation Correspondent with Queen City News and pilot of over 40 years. And of course, being a pilot, I love all things flying. And that includes a curiosity about UFOs, now rebranded as UAPs, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. We have a special guest today who is an expert in all things UFOs and UAPs. In fact, he's even had some close encounters of his own with UFOs. He is a longtime publicist to the stars. He's an author, an expert in many fields, Dan Harary, coming to us from Beverly Hills. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. That was some intro. I'm like, wow, I guess I really did do all those things, didn't I?
And you are a ufologist. Some people aren't familiar with that term. What does that mean?
I consider myself a 20-year student of ufology. Ufology is the study of UFOs and ET encounters. I'll tell you, it was in the year 2007. I joined MUFON. In fact, today I'm wearing my MUFON.
And tell everybody what MUFON is.
If you can see, MUFON is the Mutual UFO Network. I joined in 2007. It's the world's largest independent UAP research organization. There's hundreds of thousands of members all over the world. It was formed in 1969. I joined in 2007 just out of a curiosity about UFOs. And MUFON has guest speakers. They have a magazine. They have live events. They have online live press conferences and things. So there's so much, Maycay, there's so much to know about UFO history, really. Now, I also have been watching since day one this TV show called Ancient Aliens. Now, if you watch Ancient Aliens and you are a MUFON member, you put all that information into your head. And what happened to me, and I swear this is true, in 2007, I had an epiphany, Maycay. I literally had an epiphany that, in my opinion, and this is ancient alien theory, in my opinion, extraterrestrials, well, they've been visiting Earth for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. That I know.
And how do you know? I have to interrupt. With all due respect, how do you know, Dan?
If you study the pyramids and the Nazca lines, the pyramids in Egypt, the Nazca lines in Peru, Machu Picchu in Peru, the pyramids in South and Central America, the Moai statues on Easter Island. There are phenomenon all over the world. There are mounds. There are huge mounds of Earth that are hundreds of thousands of years old all over the world. And scientists have yet to determine how, because mankind is what, 50,000, 75,000 years. We had sticks and twigs, Maycay. We didn't have power tools and drills and cranes.
Oh, yeah.
And just a few months ago, they discovered a huge underground structure under one of the Great Pyramids in Egypt, if you heard about that. Huge. It's like 80 stories tall, and it's like the world's largest battery. Our caveman ancestors did not build the pyramids.
Right. So we know, were these entities, this intelligence from another planet or from somewhere within our planet? Like under the oceans or under the underground?
People have been talking about that a lot lately. There are 5 major theories. One is that they are from other planets and star systems. I have a friend, believe it or not, he's friends with Pleiadians from the Pleiadian star cluster. He's literally friends with them. He's 60 years old. They've been visiting him since he was 5 years old. He's one of my best friends, and he's absolutely credible. So other planets and stars, that's the obvious one. The newer theory, Maycay, is interdimensional beings. There's a lot of talk that they are interdimensional.
Okay.
Many people, and there are videos online. You see a UFO in the sky, clear as day. It's big, it's bright, it's got lights. It vanishes. And then 10 seconds later, it'll reappear, 50 feet away. Again, vanishes. It's not vanishing according to this theory. It's traveling interdimensionally. There are 11 dimensions, proven 11 dimensions by science. So interdimensional, that's a big one. Okay. I personally, this is my favorite one, is they are us from the future.
Oh,
I
I
think
love that. That's interesting.
I, I think
Wow.
that's the greatest because
Us
if
from
they
the
were us
future.
from the future,
Okay.
they would know, assassinations, tornadoes,
Mhm.
hurricanes, floods, 9/11.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would know those things. They could, like, if we could go back and watch Christopher Columbus sail the ocean blue, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be something? Or saw George Washington chop down a cherry tree when he was a kid.
Because they are from the future, Dan, are they able to change anything? Are they able to change the course of history because they've already seen it?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, it's a theory that one of the theories is that some of them are from the future. Could they? I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know
Okay.
because if they did change their past, they themselves might
They'll
not
change.
exist in their own time.
Yeah.
So that's a third theory. One
Right.
theory is, and we for sure, do you know what USOs are? Do you know that term?
Is that unidentified submersible?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Oh, it's a
Under
good guess.
unidentified or underwater submersible
Okay.
objects. These are UFOs. They've been seen. Crystal, getting back to Columbus. Columbus saw a UFO come out of the Atlantic Ocean, hover above his craft with lights on, and then it went back into the ocean. USOs are UFOs that come and go from oceans. They have been seen all over the world for hundreds of years. So there are underwater bases around the world. That's number four, that some of them live under the seas. And one I heard recently is there are races of ETs that live inside planet Earth itself, inside the core of planet Earth. That one I have not studied. So those are the five major theories.
So, Dan, I have so many questions. We have a wow. Wow. We have a limited amount of time. So I definitely want to get into your encounters with UFOs. We all want to hear that. But the Hollywood Disclosure Alliance, this is very important. And you are the founder of this. Tell me what this is and why it is important in this day and age.
Sure. Okay. 2 years ago, I befriended a man who's very, very well known in the disclosure movement. Disclosure means Maycay, and we're all working for disclosure in
Yeah.
my field. In my field,
This is to let the world know that there are ETs or
right?
whatever.
Exactly. We call it Big D disclosure. Big D disclosure means President Trump or a pope or a king or a prime minister or some world leader, right? Goes on TV and says, "People of the world, I have something to tell you.
Wow.
Extraterrestrial life is real. We've known about it since the Roswell crash in 1947. By the way, that was a true event that really did happen. It was not a weather balloon.
Right.
That was the beginning of the truth embargo. When they said that Roswell craft was a weather balloon in July 47, that was day one of the truth embargo, which President Harry Truman began.
Okay.
So anyway, I befriended Stephen Bassett. He's the world's first lobbyist ever for UFO disclosure in Washington, D.C. He's been doing that for 30 years. He and I met 2 years ago. We became very good friends. He's a disclosure guy. I'm a Hollywood guy. We had lunch for 3 hours in Hollywood 2 years ago exactly. And we put our heads together and we came up with the Hollywood Disclosure Alliance. What that is it's a global networking event, global networking network.
Gotcha.
Half of our, I know it's the double.
It's a mouthful. Yeah.
We have 205 members around the world. Half of our members are UAP and ET experiencers, researchers, and disclosure advocates. If you look up Stephen Bassett, like a basset hound.
The actor?
No. Stephen Bassett is a world famous UFO disclosure advocate. He's been on Ancient Aliens 100 times. Okay, so he is my partner. So half of our members are people who have, witnessed things, had experiences, are researchers, and are disclosure advocates like him. The other half, Maycay, are Hollywood/entertainment industry writers, producers, directors, performers.
Okay.
It was my idea. I'm the chairman and founder. Stephen's the co-founder. So we put together my 100 people and his 100 people. And it's, if you go online, HollywoodDisclosureAlliance.org, you could see how it came together. You can see our mission statement. Our mission statement is that people with real life experiences can talk to Hollywood producers to say, hey, I was abducted. I know three women personally. Three women personally who have been abducted in their 20s,
Mm.
were impregnated by extraterrestrials, and then months later had their fetuses removed,
Oh my
and
God.
then years later were shown their baby extraterrestrial hybrids. I know three women personally.
Oh my God.
So if you share the stories of remarkable, unbelievable, true stories with Hollywood producers, we're hoping to inspire the next generation of feature films, TV shows, and documentaries. That's what HDA is all about.
All right. So my mind is blown. I respect you. I have an open mind. I do want to get to your encounters to talk
Sure.
about that. Then we're going to close it with Contact in the Desert, the world's largest UFO convention, right? That you are in
Yeah.
charge of public relations. Very
Right.
important in case people want to go to that. I believe it's at the end of May. Can you tell us about, you've had 4 encounters with UFOs? Can you briefly tell us the most interesting, compelling parts of that?
Well, I'll do this very quickly, and I could literally do an hour and a half
I know.
on these.
Yeah,
The
sure.
first one, I was 13 years old, 1970. I was in my father's car. He was driving me home from school in suburban New Jersey, where I grew up. And as we're driving home from school, a huge silver V, a V, like huge, hovering over my father's car. So I said, Dad, stop the car. We got out, we looked. I'm jumping up and down. I'm 13. Dad, look, it's Star Trek. And my dad looked at it like he had seen it a million times and like he was bored to tears. This huge silver V, no sound, no propeller, no wings, nothing. It just was there. It was there. And then the backstory about my father, you and I could do a separate thing because I found out who my father was after he died. And that's a huge, huge story. But my father invented drones for the Army. I didn't. No one knew that until after he died. That was my first encounter. My second one, my son was 8 in 1996. I got him a telescope. We're looking up in the sky. We see a bright light from the far right corner of the sky, travels all the way across the sky, stops in place for 30 seconds, and then travels all the way back where it came from. Well, I thought that was a satellite at first. That's not a
Sure.
satellite.
Huh.
Or a
Yeah.
meteor or a comet or a missile or a plane, or it was something that could stop and then reverse course.
Mm.
That was near Edwards Air Force Base. Today, I'm convinced that was a military UFO.
Okay.
That I know.
Okay.
The third one was incredible story. ECETI Ranch, ECETI. ECETI Ranch, Washington State, is a world famous ranch, UFO hotspot, world famous. I was there for 3 days and nights. The last night, we were looking up in the sky for hours and hours, nothing, nothing, nothing. And then I said to myself, if I leave now, I can beat the traffic. And then as soon as I thought that, a huge black craft came over our heads, 200 people. Huge black craft blocked out the sky. It turned on a green light underneath this glass crystal bulb, this emerald green light on this UFO. And then it bathed 200 people on the ground,
Wow.
bathed us in green light,
Wow.
like Morse code. It was like light, 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 for about a minute. And I was getting messages. Now, a lot of contactees get messages. I got in my heart, not in my ears or my brain, in my heart. I got, hello, we're here. We know you've been waiting for us. We love you.
So
We
it's
love
like
man.
telepathy, but you're feeling it in your heart.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
hearing a voice in your head. You feel it in your heart.
I've heard voices my whole life. That's my book, My Paranormal Life.
Well,
That's
it's
another
a different
story.
podcast.
But
Okay.
yeah, in my heart, it was, we love you, be kind to one another, be kind to planet Earth. And then the light went off, Maycay, and then this huge craft slowly went away, and then bang, zoom, and it disappeared.
Now,
That was
let me
my-
ask you very quickly, all these people that were there, why were all those people there? Were
We
you
were
all
there.
grouped together
We were,
to call
yes.
in a UFO?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And that leads to the next story, but this is in 2008. The term CE5 had not yet been invented in '08, but that's what we were doing. We did a CE5 event in 2008.
And what does CE5 mean?
Well, CE means close encounters.
Oh, excuse me. I should have known.
Well, for
Okay.
close encounters of the first, second, and third kind. Close encounters of the fifth kind, CE5, is people go outside in a group. And now the new term, by the way, is a new term called psionics. Psionics is telepathy, that you send good vibes and good
Right.
intentions to the sky.
Right.
And then and then extraterrestrial craft appear. So that leads to my last UFO. A year ago now, exactly a year ago, at Contact in the Desert last year.
And Contact in the Desert is the convention,
Right.
like one of the largest UFO conventions, correct?
Contact is the world's largest UFO
World's
conference.
largest. Okay. And you were there, and what happened?
So 1 year ago, the last night of Contact last year, we had a CE5, outdoors, Palm Springs, 200 people. And for hours and hours, we're like, hello, Space Brothers. We love you. Please come down. Please show yourselves. We love you. We have open hearts and open minds. After 2 hours, I was about to leave because I had to wake up early the next morning. I said to myself, if I don't see a UFO in 5 minutes, I'm leaving. As soon as that, I said that to myself, Maycay, this dark gray cloud, boom, appeared. I swear, above our heads in the sky, boom, cloud. Out of it came a white V like Victor craft, a white V, bright white craft, slowly hovering over our heads.
And it came out of a cloud, a dark cloud?
Out of nowhere. And the best part of this story is a V has 2 wings. Under each wing were 3 octopus suction pods that were lit up, translucent, and they were pulsing like this, like boom, 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 like they had heartbeats. I saw this as clear as I'm looking at you. I swear this is true on my daughter.
Did it look like an animal, or this is part of a vessel, a craft?
Maycay, it was a hardware craft that had a living entity creature attached to it. And I said to myself when I saw this, whatever that is, that thing is alive.
Okay, I've got goosebumps.
So did I. Imagine me.
Were you scared? What did you feel?
No. I was elated because we were been waiting for 2.5 hours to see something. I was elated. People were hugging. It was very cool.
I think that would have scared me.
No. I was enthralled. In fact, the one with the green light, Maycay, I cried. After that one, I was sobbing.
Was it a spiritual experience?
Yes. And it changed my life. I became a nicer, better, much more understanding, nicer person. I still feel it in my heart. It's almost 20 years ago. I swear to you, I feel it here still in my heart. I became my daughter goes, Dad, you're so much nicer now. You're so much calmer. So I owe that to my alien friends in 2008. Contactinthedesert.com, contactinthedesert.com. I'm the director of media relations for that world's largest UFO annual conference. This year is the 11th version of that event. We have like 75 of the world's leading ufologists. I love that word, Mike.
Ufologists, yeah.
Isn't that a great word? Ufologists. Richard Dolan, Steve Bassett, Nick Pope, Ron James, Whitley Strieber, Travis Walton, Dr. Avi Loeb from Harvard.
Dan, we are out of time. Okay. I'm going to have you come back because there's so much more to talk about.
No, we're just warming up here,
So we're just warming up. So very quickly, where can people learn more about you? And if they want to go to Contact in the Desert, is it too late to sign up? This is a convention in the desert, right?
It's in Indian Wells, California, which is near Palm Springs. The hotel is sold out, but if you go to contactinthedesert.com, you can still get tickets.
Okay.
It's May 29th through June 2nd.
Okay. We're gonna end this here. One last message. You want people to know about UFOs, UAPs, aliens, whatever they are. We are not alone. What do you want people to know?
Well, what I would like to tell people is go to HollywoodDisclosureAlliance.org. We are looking for members. We have members all over the world, and people who we accept for membership have amazing experiences and amazing stories. So if you go to that site, HollywoodDisclosureAlliance.org, there's a join button. Click the join button. All you need to do is write a little story, email it to me. You'll become a member, and then you'll be interacting with hundreds of other people.
And it's a sense of community, I'm sure. A very special sense of community.
My message is, if you have an experience, share it with the world. That's my message.
Wonderful. And do we need to be afraid? Should we be afraid?
Okay, well, I could tell you about that.
That's a different podcast. You're going to come back and talk about that. Folks,
I'll do as many as you want.
Okay, Dan Harary from Beverly Hills. We are not alone. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Queen City News Plus, I'm Maycay Beeler. We'll see you next time. We ran out of time, and I didn't get the opportunity to tell you about Dan's books. He has authored several recounting his close encounters and how they've changed his life. To learn more, visit his website, danhararyauthor.com. And if you enjoyed watching this content, be sure and download and watch our full series, We're Not Alone, on Queen City News Plus. So you can find the app using your streaming devices, including Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. All you need to do is search Queen City News Plus. Your support will help us continue this content. We truly appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.